amounts of wildlife and trees, even though it has also been a farming area.
Our school has had many extraordinary places to have fun and go on adventures. We have had visits from beautiful wildlife such as tuis, kirarus, skinks and ducks.
It has been an amazing place to grow up and go to school, and we love it extremely, but lately there's been a change.
A big housing development has started and lots of the trees being cut down for the houses. Our environment is being demolished with little consideration for the environment and wildlife. So we decided to make this documentary to voice our concerns and share what we are doing to maintain a healthy environment for Long Bay.
This is what could happen if we don't take action now. There is ugly pollution everywhere and no trees, meaning there would be no places to live for native birds, such as tui, kiraru, kokako and many more. Pollution can be depressing for people, so they could do many bad things that they wouldn't normally do.
We are considered that our beautiful country will begin to look like the worst pollution parts of the world, biggest cities, where there are no trees and lots of pollution. Soon, if this keeps happening, we would not be able to breathe. Kids won't be able to play and hear the birds sing. It will be a very sad day if this happened. So we decided to see what action Long Bay Primary is taking to ensure our future is one that takes care for our environment.
My name is learning reporter Maya,
And I'm learning reporter Ashley.
and we are interviewing you about the Enviro Group.
When did the Enviro Group start planting?
We started planting those trees about 2 months ago, but in general the Enviro Group had been planting since the beginning of last year. We started off with a few planter boxes and now we have a whole garden.
Who was involved in the planting?
The people involved in this specific planting were me, Miss Mayle, Mr. Underwood, Mr. Anderson, and Wendy Ellis, who is a ranger at Long Bay Regional Park. She came in and she gave us all the trees that we had to plant. Yeah.
How did you plant the trees?
Mrs. Ellis taught us a really good way to plant the trees. So we had to dig in a square. And then once we dug the square, then we needed to get the dirt out. And then we got our plant out of our bag and just popped it in and put the dirt back around it, stamped it down a little bit, and our tree was planted. It was really easy.
Why did you plant these trees?
The main reason for planting was that because the forest was pulled down, because of the new development, we wanted somewhere new for all the students to go and play, because they really loved playing in the forest, so we thought it would be a really good alternative for that. So that's the main reason.
What trees did you plant?
We planted a range of plants and trees, so they all came from Long Bay Regional Park and were donated. One of the plants was the purakawa, which is a really lovely tree, and we had a few other native trees as well.
Where did you plant these trees?
We planted them down on the field, on the left-hand side behind room 16, because it didn't have very many trees down there, so we wanted to build up that area.
Thank you for letting us interview.
No worries, thank you girls.
The Enviro Group have done many things this year, including planting trees, putting blocks over the trees that we planted, and making planter boxes.
What does the Enviro Group have to work on?
The Enviro Group has to work on watering our plant boxes more
Why are you doing this to our school?
to make the school a better place.
To be successful to make a movie, we had to create a process for making a movie, establish a cohesive group, work cooperatively and conceptualize a movie. We had to elaborate on our movie concept, create a storyboard, write a script for our movie, cast roles for our movie, film our storyboard, edit and produce our movie, review our work against our success criteria, it'll work well together.
So Mr. Joyce pulled the plug in our movie. Then we convinced him to give us another chance.
Our group struggled with the success criteria.
But in the end, our movie turned out really well.